Hey guys, Jude here. Today we're launching a special new series. It's called The Threes. The Threes revolves around talking about either a product category or a series of brands across various different price points, an entry level, a mid-level, and a premium. Today we're starting off with one of Revolver Club's hottest sellers, the Edifier range of active speakers, specifically the R1280DB, the 1700BT, and the S1000. These are all active bookshelves, meaning the amplification is built in, and hence you're not going to see an amp paired up here. I've removed the grills from all these speakers, but all of them obviously come with grills. So without further ado, let me get into it. First up, we have the R1280DB. I frequently refer to these speakers as an OG product, meaning they were one of the first products I ever had on the Revolver Club website. They're also part of our Enthusiast Pack, which is the LP60X Turntable paired up with these, obviously. These speakers are great for someone who's looking to develop their first stereo system on a budget. In addition, this is also a great option for someone who's got a workstation where they want to sort of accentuate the sound. Most of the connectivity options that you would possibly need are available on this, which means you have an RCA to connect obviously a turntable, or an RCA to sort of line input, or anything else that has a typical RCA out. In addition, obviously it comes with Bluetooth. It also has an optical and coax in case you want to pair up with a TV. This particular model does not come with a sub out. You find those on the S variants, meaning the 1280DBS. So if you're the sort of guy who likes a little extra bass, you're best off buying that so you have the option to add a subwoofer down the line. On the side, you can see that it comes with 3 buttons, which is your volume control, and if you were to push this in, it also scrolls through the inputs. You've obviously also got bass and treble. In addition, you also get a remote, so you can do most of this through the remote as well. Next up, the 1700BT. This is a slight upgrade from the 1280DB by virtue of generating slightly more power. Tweeter is marginally larger as well. More importantly, this comes with DSP, meaning digital signal processing. So everything's going to likely sound a little better than it does on the 1280DB. Just like with the previous model, you need to pick up the S variant if you're a bass head or you want to keep the provision to add a subwoofer down the line. On the side panel, you see the same thing, treble, bass, as well as volume control. And again, the volume control, when you press it in, will scroll through your input options. Input options on this one are fairly limited, just RCA and obviously Bluetooth. This does not come in with optical or coax. Obviously, if you were to pick up the S variant, you'd see a sub out as well. If you've got a larger room, and more importantly, if you have the budget, I think this is a no-brainer for most people. It's fairly sweet sounding. And I, again, cannot, at this particular price point, which is generally about 4,500 to 5,000 rupees more expensive than the Edifier 1280, I can't think of anything else in the market that can sort of match it. Lastly, at the premium level, we've got the S1000W. This is a new variant into the Indian market. The W basically means that you have access to Wi-Fi streaming as well. Obviously, these come in with Bluetooth as a stock function. In addition, you've got RCA, you've got optical, as well as coax to connect to your TV. These guys are big boys. They deliver tremendous amount of power, 120 watts, 5.5-inch driver, 1-inch titanium tweeter, built-in DSP. They sound great. They deliver a tremendous amount of bass as well. Don't come in with a sub out, which means that if you need additional subwoofer, that's not going to be possible. My understanding would be that these deliver a tremendous amount of bass, so if you needed extra bass here, you're probably better off investing in a set of passive floor standers or active floor standers as well. Who do these cater to? I think these cater to a guy or girl who is looking for a serious stereo system, something that can compete with an equivalent passive stereo system at the similar price point, or for someone who would, in most likelihood, invest in a premium soundbar, but has a certain value for stereo separation and refinement for music that most soundbars are not going to be capable of. From a vinyl perspective, if you're looking at the sort of upper end of sort of entry-level turntables, meaning something like the LP120X or the LP5X or a Rega Planner 1 Plus, this is a better bet than any of the other models we've spoken about. I think that would be a slight mismatch there. So if you're looking to invest in a turntable at the 50 grand price point, I would heavily recommend these. Some of you may be wondering why I haven't spoken about the S3000 at this price point. The reasoning being very simple, they're a lot more expensive than these, and I don't think they provide the same amount of value for money that these do. So unless you had major space constraints, I think at that price point, which is nearing $1 lakh, you're probably better off investing in a passive stereo system as opposed to buying a set of active bookshelves. And so that's it. That's the end of our first episode of the threes. To recap, the 1280DB is your first affordable entry-level stereo system. So if you're on a budget and you want to get into stereo, I can't think of a better option than this. If you can plonk the extra cash, the 1700BT is a great bet because it's slightly larger, provides a little extra power, has built-in DSP, which makes everything sound a little better, and arguably looks slightly better. On the top end of things, you've got the S1000, which in my opinion is a sort of a passive system equivalent. So if you were initially looking at maybe setting up a budget passive system, I think this will probably outperform with less wires and less amplification running around, etc. Why do I love Edifier? Well, I ship a ton of Edifier out, and as I've already spoken about in this video, they're great value, great performance in most cases, but more importantly, ultra reliable, which means the failure rates on these are basically zero. You can buy these off our website as part of the active speaker section or the EasyFi section. You can also come to an EasyFi location to sort of demo these before you decide to purchase them. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the video. I'd also love for suggestions on future videos along the threes. So if you have ideas, leave an idea in the comment and hopefully I can get that made into a video ASAP. That's about it for this one, and I look forward to hearing from you guys very, very soon.